Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today is a bittersweet day. If you've been following my stacking journey, you know I'm an absolute sucker for junk silver. You know, it's historical, it's fractional, and it's just got that unmistakable silver clink. But today, it's all going for sale. Now why, you might ask? So I've decided to consolidate. I'm trading all this diverse pile of sterling, US 90 and Canadian 80 to pick up a classic, another British sovereign gold coin. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what we've got, what I'm selling, the math behind the trade, and why gold is the right move for my stack at this moment. First up, let's look at the British stuff. So we have got half crowns, florins, and we've got shillings. Now I've got these in 925 sterling silver and 50% silver, with the pre-1919 pieces being 925 and the pre-1947 being 50%. So having a wee look at the difference, we have got a 50% half crown here from 1931 as opposed to a 1914. Not much of a difference other than the silver purity. So I think we'll agree that they have both got some heft behind them, but the premiums on the sterling silver and the 50% can be a little bit tricky, so I'm locking in the value now and consolidating. Next up, we have the constitutional silver from the United States. Now these are 90% silver half dollars. We've got some Walkers, we've got some Franklins, and we've got some Kennedys. When I first started silver stacking, I was able to pick these up for quite a bargain. However, they are now taking up space. I do have several filled tubes of these bad boys, but again, these are the extras that I don't have tubes for at the moment, and they are taking up some premium space. And we also have some peace dollars and Morgans going for sale. Now, I was never the biggest fan of the Morgans. I actually prefer the peace dollars, but you know, love them or hate them, I do have several tubes of both at this point. This is just the extra. And finally, we have got the 80% Canadian silver. So these are quarters. A lot of people overlook Canadian silver, but it's a great way to stack weight. Incidentally enough, you can pick these up for almost roundabout spot in the UK. However, if you're trading for gold, you want to bring everything you've got to the table to minimise the spread. So, why a sovereign, you're asking? Why not a quarter ounce Britannia or even a Canadian maple leaf? Well, a sovereign is roughly 7.32 grams of pure gold. It's 22 carat, which means it is durable. It is highly liquid. In fact, can be used anywhere in the world. Incidentally, a wee historical fact for you. RAF aircrew were issued sovereigns as part of their survival kit, particularly in World War II, right up until the Gulf War in 1991. The 22 carat gold coins were carried to bribe local populations or buy safe conduct. Often you can find sovereigns with lower premiums, much lower than the modern quarter ounce bullion coins. And again, moving on to the history aspect of it, feeding into the numismatic side of the collector that I am, you're holding a coin that has featured every monarch since 1817, which just feels different than holding a modern bar. So let's talk about why now. So currently the gold to silver ratio is currently roughly around about 65. Some people say wait for silver to skyrocket, but for me, this isn't about timing the market perfectly, it's about managing my stack. I'm moving from volume to value. Trading in a heavy bag of coins for something that can fit in a watch pocket. It's easier to hide, easier to transport, and it keeps my stack organised. Plus, I'm getting rid of 3 different purities, which again is harder to sell. So we're going from the sterling silver at 925, the 90% American and the 8% Canadian. I'm trading all this in for one consistent standard. And to give you an idea on the size comparison, picture this lovely pile of silver. Now, it's absolutely stunning, it is beautiful, you have to admit, but it does take up a lot of space. Space which I am quickly running out in my safe. So all of this is getting converted into one or two of these. And I think you'll agree that that's a lot easier to store than all of this. So there we have it, folks. We have bagged up and this is ready to go for sale. Incidentally, I weighed this out of curiosity. This is just over 1.5 kilos. And look at the space it takes up. As compared to this, now this is one of the gold sovereigns that I actually own to begin with. This is just under 8 grams. I mean, I could quite easily fit this in a pocket, easily, all day long. Wouldn't get fatigued, wouldn't even know it was there, compared to this. So if you think about your stack in general, say for the instance you have to move it for whatever reason, you know, I won't get into the tinfoil hat stuff, but this would be harder to move, it's cumbersome, and isn't as easy to hide from the masses as opposed to this, which could be secluded. So you might be asking yourself, Nemo, where can I pick up some of this lovely stuff that you have for sale? Well, currently it is being listed over on Stackers Social. Now, if you don't know what Stackers Social is, it is the fastest growing stacking community on the internet. It is available over on Discord, and the link is in the description down below. So these will be available on the marketplace on Stackers Social. Now, you might be asking, is it safe to buy on Stackers Social? I would say 100%. The marketplace is 100% peer reviewed, which means after every sale, the buyer leaves a review for the person. Now, you can only sell on Stackers Social if you're an active member of the community, meaning it is only active and vetted members of the community who can sell. So you can rest assured you're getting an absolute bargain from an absolute legend. So guys, thank you for watching today, and remember to tune in to follow my consolidation journey here. This will be the first of many consolidation calls from the stack to try and push towards more gold in 2026. But stay tuned, and as always, peace.